4540. What obstacle clearance and navigation signal coverage is a pilot assured with the minimum sector altitudes depicted on the IAP charts? A. 1,000 feet, an acceptable navigation signal coverage within a 25 nm radius of the navigation facility. B. 1,000 feet within a 25 nm radius of the navigation facility, but not acceptable navigation signal coverage. C. 500 feet, an acceptable navigation signal coverage within a 10 nm radius of the navigation facility. The correct answer is B. MSAs provide at least 1,000 feet of clearance above the highest obstacle in the defined sector to a distance of 25 nm from the facility. Navigational course guidance is not assured at the MSA. 4546. Which aeronautical chart depicts military training routes, MTR, above 1,500 feet? A. IF or planning chart. B. IF or low altitude en route chart. C. IF or high altitude en route chart. The correct answer is B. The IF or low altitude en route chart depicts military training routes, MTR, above 1,500 feet. These routes are designated for military training operations and are typically located at lower altitudes compared to high altitude on route charts. Therefore, the IF or low altitude en route chart is the chart that pilots would refer to for information on military training routes above 1,500 feet. 4077. Which types of airspace are depicted on the en route low altitude chart? A. Limits of controlled airspace, military training routes, and special use airspace. B. Class A, special use airspace, Class D, and Class E. C. Special use airspace, Class E, Class D, Class A, Class B, and Class C. The correct answer is A. The en route low altitude chart provides information on the boundaries and limits of controlled airspace, including Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, and Class E airspace. It also depicts military training routes and special use airspace areas, such as restricted areas, prohibited areas, and warning areas. This information is essential for pilots to plan their routes and navigate safely through the airspace. 4639. For IF are operations off of established airways below 18,000 feet. VO are navigational aids used to describe the route of flight, should be no more than A. 40 nm apart. B. 70 nm apart. C. 80 nm apart. The correct answer is C. Below 18,000 feet MSL, pilots operating off recognized airways should employ aids that are no more than 80 nm apart. En route low altitude charts show these aids. 4624. What timing procedure should be used when performing a holding pattern at AVOR? A. Timing for the outbound leg begins over or abeam the VOR, whichever occurs later. B. Timing for the inbound leg begins when initiating the turn inbound. C. Adjustments in timing of each pattern should be made on the inbound leg. The correct answer is A. In a standard holding pattern at AVOR, the timing for the outbound leg begins when the aircraft is directly over or abeam the VOR station, whichever occurs later. The outbound leg is timed based on the specified time or distance specified in the holding clearance. The timing for the inbound leg begins when initiating the turn inbound from the outbound leg.